Hey guys, and welcome back to another war with the Interceptor. So this is War 12 of last season, Season 21, and we are up against the same Asian alliance that we beat earlier in the season. It was not a close war, however, we decided that we were not going to be pushing for the win because at the time, there was no possibility of us making top 3. I do have 10 fights this war, which is pretty cool, but we are just going to be bringing in the team of Magic, Warlock, and Magneto, just because we have a rank 3 Nick Fury on Heavy Hitter. So there we go, we got that team in, and we're going Path 5, Section 1, over to Path 1, Section 2. So let's go over to the first fights. We got Havoc on Ebb and Flow, knocked down the first node. He's much better on the second node. I think this is just to force a guillotine or a warlock though, which I really don't see the point of, honestly, because you can counter his heavy. But I don't really see the point of forcing a counter there just because that's such a common champ to bring. Usually the champ you want to force is someone that's way less common. So yeah, we're just knocking him down right after we bait the special. We can still take damage from a special 3. Of course, I'd prefer not to. This person placed with suicides. I'm going to be running suicides this whole war, and normally I do switch up my masteries multiple times each war for whatever suits the following fight. However, for this time, I'm just going to be staying with full suicides, and right there, I go in for a medium to get the stand-up intercept, and he backdraft intercepts me by dexing my first hit and then punishing me. So we got a rank 3 Nick Fury up on this node right here, and this is going to be Heavy Hitter, Ebb and Flow knockdown, and Magneto is the best counter to this fight, using the magic synergy. Whenever you knock down, you inflict the heal block. So what we're going to do in this fight is we're going to save for our special 3. So right there, I just learned that he had max limber. This person plays without suicides, so it's alright. But what you want to do is you want to save for special 3, make sure that the knockdown Fury is up and there's no protection. Actually, that doesn't matter too much. And then you're going to want to throw the special 3 as soon as he goes in. Excuse me. As soon as he goes into the second life, before he has a chance to heal too much, you can heal block with your special 3, so that should be good. This fight's going well so far. I'm going to take a lot of block damage in this fight, though. But this was a pretty smooth fight. This was my 3rd time taking this fight. I took it twice in off-season, and then I took it once, like 2 or 3 seasons ago. I'm not really sure. I think it was the beginning of Season 20. But yeah, we just haven't seen Nick Fury on this node, like, ever. He's always on the second Heavy Hitter node. The one without the protection, with the one where your power bars swap. But there I was trying to beat an L2, and for some reason I decided to parry that hit so I can go in and punish. I should have just dexed it and then parry heavied. Would have been way smarter. But yeah. So what we're going to do right here at 12%, I'm going to, rather than parry heavy a few more times and then bait out an L2, I'm actually going to wait. I hit a re-parry there just because around 10%, I usually do it around 12 or 13, is when you want to remove the protection from the last time. And right there, when you're in a combo and the opponent's under 5%, you're just going to want to watch their persistent charge number. Their health doesn't matter as much. You're just going to want to watch the persistent charge number, and as soon as it goes to 0, you're going to want to throw off that special 3, and right there I got a perfect special 3 because I was able to throw it before he even started regenerating. That's the end of that clip. And now we're going to go into Sorcerer Supreme. This is a 565 on Power Snack, and this is just a dreadfully horrible placement. I genuinely have no clue whatsoever what they were thinking putting Sorcerer on this node, but it's just ridiculous placement. I have no clue. You're going to gain an L2 without even your L1 boost before Sorcerer gets to 2 bars, which just, I don't know, she's completely shut down. We could hit a nice 35k L2, but I don't think we have any more specials crit for the rest of the fight, which is very unfortunate. The fight's just going to take a while. We're going to go full intercept here, and that's just because it's the end of the season. This war doesn't matter, so I was playing really ballsy the war. But yeah, even at 8%, this special 2 is not going to kill, just because no crits. Of course, it's got to not kill. But we're just going to end the fight with an L1 here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Not bad. So for 50 seconds fight, 50 seconds fight, I'm not too worried about that. 69-0. And I didn't take that Tigra. I ended up sending an Archangel there, which is the best counter to Tigra on that node. And then we're going to take a Terex on... what's this node? It just came up on screen, but I wasn't looking at the screen at the time. It's the one where it's EMP modification, right? So when you're fighting Terex with magic, you're going to want to wait until he is at 0 power before you hit him, and then you won't get damage reflected. But in this fight, I just didn't really care. I was willing to eat all of the reflection damage just so I could power lock as soon as possible, and that's only because magic has no more fights this war, and I don't care if I fight at 5% because I know regardless of which way I play it, I am gonna solo this fight. And he doesn't have his damage, like his Thorn's reflection, back until he throws a special attack, so we're completely fine just power locking and intercepting. But yeah, I guess I had some armor ups. Some armor still on me, so we were healing from willpower, which was also pretty good. 55-0, not bad. This one refused to edit. I tried to edit it, and yeah, we're just gonna have to wait a moment before the clip starts. Here we go. You're gonna see me healing and boosting, which normally I cut out. But now we're going to take path 1, so this is going to be Elsa Bloodstone on the first node, which is Vigor Indomitable, I'm pretty sure. And with this node, all you really want to do is get up an infection, and then they can't heal the rest of the fight. In fact, when they would be healing, rather than heal, they're actually going to get power drained. But I did check with someone that took one of this guy's champions in section 1 to check if he was running suicides, because if he was, I would have just used Magneto and I would have been completely fine. Just parry heavy would have worked. And I'm gonna throw an L3 here, and the only reason I'm gonna throw an L3 is because Warlock has more fights this war. I'd rather heal him up to 100. I'm not gonna use a potion if he's at 97% in a war like this, but still, we're gonna bait an L1, block the first hit. Could have used an L2 and it would have killed there, but this way I end with a little more health, so this way I have 100%. So I'm waiting an extra 10 seconds for the special 3 animation. And now we'll go into the next fight, which I played absolutely horrendously. Going into this fight, I plan to use Warlock and just get a bunch of reparries and bait special 1. And I really thought this fight would not be a big deal, except that at the time I was thinking, oh, he's metal, Magneto should work. Except that is a dumb idea. So I do take in Magneto to this fight, and it's not going to go too well, you guys are going to see. So the strategy is that you can counter... Excuse me. You can counter Buffet by knocking him down. But a few times in this fight, when I don't get reparries and he throws his heavy right away, then I am going to choose to take a hit from the last part of the heavy, which is about 3,500 damage, in exchange for getting my heal block off. So right there, we're going to block an L2. Also, in this fight, even when Buffet could trigger, so right there I was trying to double my debuffs and it did not work. Or sorry, double my prowess so that I would get more bleed debuffs. And right there I tried to counter heavy with heavy, it did not work, so we're just going to counter with a light attack here. We need to heal block again, so I do get that heal block off. But because he's a metal champion, even if we trigger a buff, the Buffet just won't trigger. So we're completely fine, and right here I have 3 prowess, and I'm like, this is going to be way more than enough to kill him. So we're just going to throw the L3 and this fight's over. So obviously down to 29%, not what you want to see. That was not a great fight, but we do get it done, and that is Magneto's last fight of the war. So now we're going to jump over to the mini bosses, and I am taking all 3 mini bosses on the right side. Oh no, we have one fight first. We have this Professor X on the strike counter, and this also has increased armor up and buffet. But Warlock is by far the best counter to this fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a few hits. I want to get my infection early, and then I'm going to throw parry heavy. So I am going to get my dex nullified. I did do that intentionally so I would get my armor up. I would have just blocked it and then let him eat my armor up. Oh, sorry. If I had blocked it, he would have eaten my armor up, and I just would have taken a little bit more block damage, so it's not really worth it. But right here, he's at 70%, and I'm going to throw my L2, and it's going to kill him. So that's the power of a light boosted rank 3 Warlock with suicides. 22 hits versus rank 5, so that's pretty cool. But now let's go into the next fight. So this is going to be champion on the unblockable regeneration node with enhanced regen. And this is just a bad placement. Warlock is by far the best counter to this node. I could see an argument for maybe Doom, but that's a hard maybe. I just do think that when you get the infections up, especially a few, that Warlock is just the best counter to this node. So there I tried to parry for extra, I don't know what the smaller ones are called, but here we're just going to get to 2 infections, and as of this point there is a pretty solid chance that the regeneration and the unstoppable of champion will fail, and there we get all the way up to 3 infections, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, this fight is basically over. We're going to throw the L2. It's not going to kill, but also this person is running willpower, so they're just getting power drained the entire fight. I did mess up a little bit there, but I'm completely fine. So now let's go into the next fight. I'm not sure if it's in this clip or not. Yeah, it's not. So we're going to clean up this MODOK. I did heal up Warlock, but the only reason I healed up Warlock is because the backup that we had for... the person that we had to take the stealthy on the next node with Venom was not to be found, so I just wanted to clear this, and I knew it would not be a big deal, so I'm going to use Warlock for this fight. But you're going to notice in this fight, I'm getting him down to 3%. Watch how many heavies he throws. It takes so long for him to hit into my block because I just walk up to him, and he just decides to start charging a heavy instantly. It was so weird. It happened like 10 times, and I had no clue what was going on. I'm like, am I missing something, or is, like, he's never hitting into my block? And it happened so many times, it's crazy. So there, he finally hits into my block, and I am able to counter, and he goes down. Really, really annoying AI, and you definitely couldn't solo this fight with Warlock, more than likely. But now we'll go in with Stealth Spidey to... we'll go in against Stealth Spidey with Warlock, and this fight is just going to have Brute Force and Limber, so there's really not too much. The only thing is that you want to make sure that he's not spamming Special 1, just because the Spry and the power gain that you get, it just extends the fight a little bit. So here, we decided to get hit a bit just for fun, but we need to remove Brute Force, so we bait out a heavy, and of course he's going to evade it. Put Brute Force back on us. So there we go. We're going to evade the L2. Now he is out of the evade phase, and we're able, he does not have his evade charge, and we're able to hit a nice intercept there. And then we hit some re-parries here just to power drain. But that special 2 did a decent amount of damage, and you'll see just how hard we're critting. 14k with the medium, 9k with the light attacks. It's pretty crazy. So right here, he's going to evade me the first chance he gets. I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to take this man down with a special 2. So that's going to be the end of my war. I had 10 fights this war, which I think is pretty awesome for the last war of the season. And we are going to not win this. We are going to lose this war. But you'll see they died 26 times. So this was really a winnable war. But it was a general consensus in our alliance we were not pushing. I think only myself and one other guy in the whole alliance boosted at any point in this war. So yeah, I think we died 34 times. No, got to be less than that. It's got to be in the low 30s, like really low, like 31 or so. But yeah, that's going to be it for the season, and that is going to make us 9-3 on the season, which is pretty good. But obviously, we would have gotten back one of those losses against the cheating alliance Matrix, and then also we threw away this war because we didn't need to win it, or we didn't think we needed to win it. And we are actually going to finish in 5th place in the world, which is going to be Masters rank 2, which I think is pretty cool. We got 5th place, top 5 in the world. But yeah, I had 3 deaths this season, and as far as PSR goes, I was 89 out of 92, or 97%, which is pretty awesome. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next war video, which should be the season opening. So I'll see you then. Bye.